All right, this is a equations overview for the equations unit. This is covering the essential Virginia State standards for the equations unit. Here we go. All right, first we're going to talk about solving equations. You always get rid of the constant first. The constant would be -3. You're going to get rid of it by adding 3 to both sides. And you're going to end up having 6x equaling -24. From there, we're going to get rid of the coefficient by dividing both sides by 6. And you end up getting x equaling -4. You can always double check this, that -4 is an actual solution, by plugging it back in the original equation. And you can use your Desmos calculator if you want, and you want to make sure it works out to -27. Moving on. -12 equals 9 minus 7n. Now this one, there's a little variation because the variable's on the right side of the equal sign. Not a big deal. You still get rid of your constant, which is 9. You're going to subtract that from both sides. You end up getting -21 equaling -7n. From there, you're going to divide both sides by -7. And you end up getting n equaling 3. Once again, you can check that. You can set up 9 minus 7 parentheses and put a 3 in there. And that really means 9 minus 7 times 3, which does work out to -12. m minus 4 over 3 equals 9. Now this one's a little bit unusual because you have this expression of m minus 4 and you're dividing the whole thing by 3. What you want to do is look at the other side of the equation and think of that as 9 over 1. That way you can apply the concept of proportions here. You could think 3 times 9 is the same thing as 1 times m minus 4. And that way you end up getting 3 times 9 being 27, m minus 4. 1 times m minus 4 gives you that. From there you can add 4 to both sides and you end up getting 31. And when you plug 31 back in for m, you do end up getting 9. Now, I've got a video that covers this a little more thoroughly. This is just a unit review, but you can go ahead and find a video on this that goes through it more, or check in with your teacher. n over 4 minus 8 equals 2. So this one, the divide by 4, is not over the entire expression. It's just over the variable. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the constant. We're going to add 8 to both sides of the equation. And you get n over 4 equals 10. Now you can think of 10 as 10 over 1, and you can apply proportions on there. 4 times 10 is the same thing as 1 times n, and you end up getting n equals 40. So we can go ahead and plug in 40 for n back in our original problem and see that it works out to 2. We're going to head into word problems now. Chris's age is 5 years less than 3 times Mary's age. If Chris is 7 years old, how old is Mary? We're going to go ahead and break that first sentence down. Chris's age is, we don't know Chris's age yet, so we can put in C equals. 5 years less than. At this point, hopefully you're quickly seeing the word then and going, oh, this is a switcheroo phrase, less than. 5 years less than doesn't mean 5 minus, it means something minus 5. And the thing that comes next, the 3 times Mary's age, even though it came after the words less than, since it's a switcheroo phrase, it actually goes in the front. So 3 times Mary's age. So we've translated the equation, but there's 2 unknowns. So we can't do anything yet, but then in the next sentence they say Chris is 7 years old. That means we can replace C with 7, and then we can solve it. Now, some kids might have gone straight to this second line if they read the whole problem first, and that's fine. I'm just really over-explaining it here. From here, we would add 5 to both sides. You get 12, and then you divide both sides by 3, and you get 4. So Mary is 4 years old. We're going to do one more problem here. In the month of February, a cell phone company charges $34 plus 22 cents for each text message sent. If the total bill was $65.24, how many text messages were sent in February? Let's just write down the original equation for this problem before we even try to figure anything out. So the cell phone company charges $34 plus 22 cents for each text message. Hopefully you're realizing that's 22 cents times the number of text messages. And then they say the total bill. So this $34 plus 22 cents per text totals up to $65.24. We've got everything we need to know. We just need to figure out how many texts were sent. So from here, we're going to subtract off the 34. I end up getting 22 cents times texts equals 31.24. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 22 cents. Don't panic that it's not, it's a decimal, but it's not a big deal. You just follow the same process you've been following. That ends up being 142 texts. I don't know if that's a lot of texts or not for kids these days, but you can figure that out. 142 texts were sent. That's about it. I hope this helps. Best of luck to you.